Well, hello. How are we doing? Happy Sunday Fun Day. June is here, the longest nights of the year. So let us enjoy and celebrate. Fantastic. So, first of all, if you notice hesitancy in my voice as I speak, I'm normally quite free flowing, aren't I? And chatting, yes. But I also and you know. So I'm really trying to work on that. So just like now, I keep trying to say and so I'm still trying to train myself. So please bear with me. But it is fun watching me. I think. Anyway, so this week I've been editing the Tigerian. Big shout out to the person that left me a comment about my Christmas lights analogy. Yes, I thought it was. I enjoyed it as well. Thought it was quite a good analogy. But if you have an analogy for editing out there, I'd love to hear from you. I'd be very interested to hear what people come up with. So, okay. So this week, the novel that I have been editing, I'm in and erring? I don't think so. Okay. The book I've been editing is The Tigerian. Okay. Now, I wrote this 6 years ago. And just as a brief, just going to give you a brief overview. I think I've said this recently, so I will keep it as short as I can. Tiger was predominantly male. There wasn't really any female protagonists, and I'm aware that at least some people thought it might be sexist, and it wasn't. If you stand back from the novel, read it and stand back from it, it is hopefully quite clear what I'm trying to say. It touches on colonisation, it touches on hunting. The reason why there are no female leads in there is because every time I put one in, or went to put one in, as a writer, I just kept thinking, will they, won't they? And that's not what that novel was about. It's about man versus beast. If you haven't read it, please read it, because I'd love to hear your feedback on that. But that is what I was going for. However, out of that, I was acutely aware, of course, that there wasn't any female protagonists in there, and I really wanted to rectify that. I hadn't finished with tigers because I've loved tigers since I was a little boy, so I decided to do another tiger-themed novel, but with a female lead. And the female lead is called Chloe Meppershall, and Chloe is heiress to a newspaper empire, the monarchist in Great Britain and the Indian monarchist in India. She's trapped in a man's world. She's trying to be a reporter, a journalist of her own esteem, in her own right, and make her mark. She's trapped in the overpowering clutches of her father to top things off. So Chloe hears about a spate of killings throughout Asia, and they seem to be tiger related. Is it a serial killer? Is it a man-eating tiger? Well, Chloe is determined to find out, and she's also determined to do it on her own and get to the bottom of this mystery. So that's what the novel is about. The other important thing to note about this novel is that it's gothic. So as Inspector Clouseau said, I accept the challenge. Okay, that's what I said to myself. Okay, there's the challenge. Female protagonist and gothic. The reason why I say this is all relevant to today's writing this lesson. So how do I set that tone? How do I set that gothic tone? Well, setting obviously is very important, but as well as that, it's about choice of words. I did a take earlier and I said use of words. Well, we all use words. What I mean is choice of words. So, okay, so recently, recently I was working on the Tigerian, and there was a scene where something smelt really bad. So I'm going to make this up. I'll put something like the foul stench of 1,000 fetid corpses rotting on a shrine of maggots. Now, how does that make you feel? It's like, oh, wow, do I really want to go there? You're getting pulled into this, oh, wow, you know, that's quite powerful and overwhelming and taking you, you know, kind of sucking you in, you know, and that's what a Gothic novel should be like. Before I forget, if you want an example of a Gothic novel, read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. That's a Gothic novel. So let's then compare that to the Jelly Set Kid. So the Jelly Set Kid, I wouldn't put foul stench unless there was a play on words to make it comic. You know, I'd put, oh, it smells. Oh, it's really smelly. Oh, it smells really bad. Aaron the Alien, it'd be smelly. Oh, it's really smelly. Oh, it smells really bad. You know, Jelly Set Kid it's YA and funny, and you know they're teenagers messing about. So oh, it stinks like your breath. You know, something like that. You know, so it's the choice of words. You know, smelly and you know stinks to foul stench. Yeah. So think about the tone of your novel. What is it you're going for? You know, are you going for down and dark, up and light, just in the middle? Is it a mystery and you just want them pulled along in the mystery? Yeah. So thinking about that as you read it and as you write, I would say as you write, one of the first things I normally decide after I've got the story idea is the tone. What am I going for? What is this about? Because okay, you may set out to write a rom-com, or you may set out to write a thriller, but not always with me anyway. It's not always like that. Sometimes I just get a kernel of it's the idea. You know, I just get an idea. Well, how do I write that idea? I'm going to go off on a tangent, so I won't say now, but Tiger was kind of, you know, along those lines. Originally, it wasn't going to be Victorian. Yeah? So there we go. And it isn't Victorian, it's colonial, it's 1926, sorry, yeah. But you understand what I mean. It was going to be modern day. That was my first thought, but I couldn't get the idea to work. So I'm going off on a tangent and really waffling on now, aren't I? So anyway, I'll close it there. So just to recap, think about the tone of your novel. And once you've got the tone of your novel or short story, think about your choice of words. Okay, choice of words does make a difference. They can be impacting either way. Short, light, simple words are as powerful as big, long, complicated, dark, heavy words. They really are, if it's the right tone for the novel. Anyway, folks, I hope you have a wonderful week and we shall speak again soon. Okay, cheers. Bye-bye.